Hi Ramon. I'm going to ask you a few questions if that's alright about the poster you're holding in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, the first question would be, so by looking at the poster, what genre do you think it would be?
I think the drama will be drama.
Oh, why is that?
Well, because it has 4 stars, 5 stars, and it's in Oxford Circus, so yeah.
Okay, second question is, how professional do you think it looks?
Very professional, really. It just looks. It says regret. It's black. Looks very important.
Okay, let me just zoom up on that for a second, please. Okay then, so the second question. What stands out the most?
I think the boy in the left, this guy.
Oh, why is that?
Because he's just looking right directly at me. Looks very scary.
Okay then. So what do you think the characters represent?
I think they represent like poor people.
Oh, okay then.
Like living in a street.
Oh.
And all that.
Where would you think you'll see this poster?
I think I see the poster in the train stations, subways. You know, you see those big posters everywhere.
Okay, so by looking at this and everything that you said, would you go and watch the film?
Yeah, I'll watch it. It'll be good. I think it'll be very interesting.
Hiya, I'll ask you some questions about my poster. Okay, the first question is, by looking at the poster, what genre do you think it would be?
I think it's drama.
Okay then. Second question is, do you think that it links back to the short film?
Yeah, because of like the background, all the people standing there.
What stands out the most?
Camille's hat.
Okay, because it's red.
It's red. It's striking.
Where do you think that you'll see the poster?
Probably on like billboards, the back of buses, and cinemas.
Okay, so this next question is, what sex do you think it's predominantly aimed at?
Females, because of the writing and the way it's all like, laid out.
How professional do you think it looks?
Very professional.
The final question is, would you want to watch this by looking at it?
Yeah, I would.
Hi, I'm going to ask you some questions about my poster, if that's alright?
Okay then.
Okay, the first question is, by looking at the poster, what genre did you think it was?
Well, by looking at the poster, I personally believe it's like a crime drama or some sort of drama.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you the reason for that. Is just basically the costume and that this character here, he's wearing like a hat that disguises his identity. He's wearing quite rough clothes, so it could be from like a rough background. And this guy could be the leader because that in the foreground.
Okay. The next question is, do you think it links back to my short film?
I think it does link back to the short film because it's got the 2 main characters in there, and it's got the film title, and it's got like, the location that I think it was filmed in as well.
The next question is, what stands out the most?
I think the 2 characters stand out the most, but especially the one in the foreground. He looks quite dominant. I think he's the main character in the film.
The next question is, what sex is predominantly aimed at?
I think it's really aimed at a male audience because of the 2 main characters. They're both male. I don't think a female would really watch a film like this.
Next question is, how professional do you think it looks?
I think it looks quite professional. There are a few tweaks that could have been added to make it more professional, but overall I think it's quite professionally done.
The last question is, what would you go and watch this, the film?
I'll give my honest opinion. Personally, I don't like crime drama, so I think I'll say no to it. But if I had a group outing, I would see this film.
Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm just going to ask you some questions about the review you're holding in your hand. So do you think that the review goes over the poster that you just saw?
Yeah, it does, because it's got the Oxford Circus there.
Okay.
And it's got regret that's on the top, shows what it is, and the 2 characters.
Oh, okay, so what would you rate the review and the poster out of 10?
I rate it like a 9 out of 10. It's really good. Seems really good.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you now about questions on the review. Like the first question is, do you think that the review goes well with the poster?
Yeah, I think it does because like all the characters and the layout and the background is pretty similar to the poster.
Okay. The next question is, what do you think about the layout?
I think the layout is pretty simple, but then again, if the more simple it is, the more effective it will be for the reader to read.
Okay. Did you find it interesting while reading it?
Yeah.
The last question is, what would you rate the poster and the review out of 10?
That's a pretty hard one, but I have to give it a 9.
Okay, thank you. I'm now going to ask you questions about my review. The first question is, do you think that the review goes well with the poster?
I think the review does go well with the poster because it's got the two characters again. One of them's there, one of them's there. And if you look on the poster, there was a poster as well. So it links in quite well with it.
The second question is, what did you think of the layout?
I think the layout of it is quite well laid out, but I think there could have been more colour added to the page because it's like quite plain and black and white. But I like the faded background of it because it looks like it's got like the Oxford Circus station bit, so it's got the poster merged into the back. So I really like that.
Okay. Did you find it interesting?
Yeah, I did find it quite interesting. I especially like the rating system here because if you didn't really want to read all the review, you could just really look at the enjoyment in retrospect and anticipation to get a rough outline of the review.
Okay. So the final question is, what would you rate the review and the poster out of 10?
Together? Oh.
If you want, whether.
Okay, I'll rank together. Together, I'll give it a good 8 out of 10.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's go.